A lot of people aren't safe out there. People are crying for help.
This was a project that I felt really strongly had immediate and really direct impact.
Local nonprofits telling us at least 4 people have died this week. These bitter cold temperatures can be deadly to the most vulnerable in our community.
Knowing that an open building is the difference between life and death, literally that night.
Tonight, dozens of people experiencing homelessness in Salt Lake City found a warm place to spend the night.
I'm inside the First United Methodist Church in downtown Salt Lake, where for the 3rd night in a row, they're hosting an overnight movie night. So Salt Lake City's most vulnerable can escape the cold and find a warm place to stay on our coldest nights.
It's not the fact that it was a movie night. It's the fact that there was help here. And there's desolate people out there that needed the help, that couldn't find anywhere else.
I could get behind this project completely because I could see the absolute value of it. There's nothing quite as horrible as waking up and finding out somebody else that you know literally froze to death last night.
Wendy sent out the text. 30 minutes later, she said, I got a church, and 4 hours later, we opened the doors at 8 p.m. the first night. And so that's how we got started.
It's really a collaboration of a lot of different people coming together, to provide a safe, comfortable place for people to spend the night.
During the pandemic, we had to kind of rethink why we were downtown here. So we came up with the statement
to turn closed doors into open tables where everyone belongs.
And shortly after we did that, the coalition knocked on our door and said, would you open your doors?
And so this was just a natural fit for us to literally be able to open our doors and to invite our neighbors in to a space where they could belong, where they could be safe, where they could have community. And it's just been such a blessing to be able to do this.
I heard that Second Second was doing this, hosting the overnight movie nights for the homeless, and I wanted to be involved.
When I saw what they were doing, I wanted to be a part of it because I think it was really special.
The first night, I think it was like 65 people came in, and then after that, we regularly had 85 people come in from the dangers of the cold here in Salt Lake City.
I'd come to a place where I had nowhere else to turn.
When our guests arrive, it's kind of chaotic when they're first arriving. It's a whole lot of activity. They're settling in, they're getting food until they can finally settle down. And then the time comes, about 2 o'clock in the morning.
There's this magical time of night when almost everyone is asleep.
And I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, listen to that.
And just listening to people snoring.
It's a symphony. It's beautiful. It's a symphony.
And thinking like, these are a bunch of people who really needed a good night's sleep.
Every night that I worked, I made sure that I found that moment when a group of individuals felt secure to sleep in the same space and sleep soundly. And that was one of my most beautiful memories.
The success of this is the community that we've built. We have proven, hopefully, to people that this is what community looks like. This is what should be satisfying for us as a family, just being good to each other.
We're able to open our doors on these bitterly cold nights and keep people safe and from freezing. I hope we can continue that. That's certainly an important aspect of what we are as a church.
When I got here, there was compassion, sincerity with empathy. You're accepting everybody as they are. You're feeding, you're clothing, you're sheltering. And that's beautiful. Made me feel welcome and at home. And I feel I was guided here, to tell you the truth.